Good evening. How's everyone doing? I'm waiting for the princess to come and join me, but she has to make an entrance. You know her. Gotta take her time. She didn't know we were doing this like 3 hours ago, but that's all right. Hello, Laura. Hello, Anna. How's everyone doing tonight? Monday night. Whoopee. God, I hate these winter nights, man. It feels so late, and it's only feels 5 o'clock. It feels like it's 10 o'clock. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Hope everyone's doing well. I know we're all getting ready for the big Thanksgiving coming up in a few days. We're having it with my kids, so we ordered the Italian part of it, and then we ordered the regular turkey and whatever part of it. So ordered all the food today. Looking forward to Thanksgiving. Um, I set up some other things for December as far as New Jersey paranormal stuff that I'll get into in a little bit. Nothing, no events or anything besides the Hoover, which is coming up, and Donna, the Creeper Gallery event. This is other stuff that I planned, um, but I am planning as many interviews as I can for December. So I'm going to set up a bunch of interviews, hopefully revolving around Sterling Hill Mine episode that hopefully will be coming out. I think next week maybe or the week after, depending on what they do with Thanksgiving, if they're going to release one. Um, from what I'm hearing, it's pretty good so far. So knock on wood. It's going to be a good episode. Jason Hawes and JV and Sherry and Mandy. Hey, Deb. They were all there for 2 nights, and from what I hear, there's a lot of footage, and they need to go through it. And supposedly, it's pretty good. So, fingers crossed. I did see our part, Chris and we did a little part of it, and I'm sure that'll be fun to watch. But there'll be interviews surrounding that. So, I've already got that one pretty much booked for December, and I'm gonna try to get a bunch of other people. We usually do one with Chip as well, so I'm hoping to get Chip on before Christmas. That seems to be an annual thing that we do. Um, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Um, Hoover House is coming up. God, it's next Friday, right? That we head there, right? That's already next Friday. Am I? No, am I right? Yeah, yeah. Because we have an event this week. Our last one in Jersey at Centenary University is Saturday. And then, yeah, Hoover House is after that. So, wow. I'm hoping this weather holds. I mean, I like this 50-degree stuff. We got lucky last year with the weather. So, hopefully, it'll be a nice weekend. It makes all the difference. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the Hoover thing. Even Cody and Satori, I was going back and forward with them a little bit. They're looking forward to it as well. It's been too long since we all got together and just had fun. And we were just at the Hoover, 2 weeks ago or last week with Tracy and Joe, and we had a good time. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. I went to the Creeper. I wasn't totally planning on going, and Chris didn't feel like going because she wasn't feeling well. She was sore from literally everything we did from September through November has really caught up with the two of us. And she wasn't feeling well for like 2 or 3 days. Her body, she was real sore. I went through that. I'm still trying to get my energy back to wherever it was back in August, but I'm getting there little by little. And but yeah, it took a lot out of us doing all that. It really did, and really made us sit down and think about next year and what we want that to look like as far as how many events we're going to do and how often. Because man, that was brutal, and I don't know if we're going to be doing that again anytime soon. Not from September to November like that. That was just bam, 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 and all my fault. I set it up, but that was brutal. So we're just kind of recovering from that. Now we're getting in holiday mode. You guys saw the pictures. We went to that farm had a great time there. Chris and I went to Spirit Christmas. Who knew there was such a thing? Yesterday, we had fun there. We're going to go into the city and we're going to do the Hoover, and it's going to be a great, great holiday season. The princess is not joining us yet. She's just walked that way. Would you like me to play intro music for you too?
Absolutely.
This is New Jersey Paranormal Normal for me, how I'm ready to go with everything, and then whoever else is around on the team just kind of
filters in.
Yeah. If you've ever been to an event, you'll see.
Well,
although Danielle is very punctual. She's there.
That's what happens when somebody wears you out.
But others, they feel like they're celebrities and they just...
I was doing so. Hey, that reminds me.
And there she goes again. Hey, come and go. That reminds me. Well, now she's going to do her private conversations.
Look what I got today. I can't show the other side because it's inappropriate. I just thought this was really cute.
Why not? It's part of your gift.
You think so?
No, you can't show
show that.
I have to tell you that.
I love that cup. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello, John McGinnis. So, I should show my thing, which is way more impressive than what I got for my birthday.
That's inappropriate for the show too.
For Nancy and John? No, there was no curse words.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your.
I have no idea what you're talking about, as usual. But
you said your thing was more impressive.
Maybe you should go back out the way you came in. If that's what you're going to bring us down to.
I didn't. You did.
Anyway.
I get that for you because that is cute.
Can't make this up. I really can't. I do need a new partner. Next year, anybody wants to join me as a guest host.
Please. do.
Blocking me out where I can't see it.
Oh, you can see it.
No, you can't. Where?
There.
Oh.
Right there. Right on the sleeve. See? Do.
Any chance why we get the baby talk in the... No.
John is very critical. I am feeling better. Thank you very much. It was
yes, Heather.
What? Too much caffeine? No, I have not had that much caffeine. No.
Heather knows.
What do you have? A paranormal savior figure? Yes.
Someone gets real jelly when people give me the paranormal savior hats. And then they beg, and then people have to give them things, and
I got an awesome book
so
like
awkward.
this.
It is so awkward when it happens, and they give her stuff, and I kind of nod and wink at the person like, I get it. She gets upset, so I get it while you're doing it for her.
I do. Okay.
I get it. But anyway, so I didn't know. I know there were parts of Jersey that got a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Whatever day that was, Tuesday, Wednesday. When did I go there?
Friday,
yeah.
Oh, Friday.
And here it was rain. We got all rain. But parts of Jersey got like 6 inches and a foot. And I'm driving here, leaving like a misty rain, and it was cold. And when I got towards New Hope, there was snow on the ground, and it was like slushy, icy mix. But believe it or not, the town, it wasn't packed outside, but all the bars and restaurants were full.
Yeah.
I couldn't park anywhere. So I had to walk to the Creeper Gallery. And when I got in there, it's like, okay, what am I going to do? So I'm going back and forth with Donna. Like, what do you want me to do? Anything new here? And then we decided on that embroidery and the picture of the Civil War guy with the glasses, which were pretty good. They're both pretty good objects. And
the embroidery one was the one that had my attention.
Yeah, they were both pretty good. I mean, I got a decent amount of both of them, and I was surprised. It was a good night, and I got out of there under 2 hours, having done a decent amount with both of them, because there are no distractions or tomfoolery. It's just me going in there and doing
You mean you weren't
what
you
I do
weren't
so well.
reprimanding Chris for doing her
No, I'm
normal
just saying
things?
it seemed to just really
Yeah,
flow in a serious nature, in a serious manner.
Do you notice
Spirits
you live in a
even
very
seem to
John
react
world?
to that.
You notice that, right? You live in a John world.
But the spirits seem to even react to that.
I'm
to where
sure. I think
I
your
got so
spirit
much
reacts
done
to
in
it.
an hour and a half that it was
I bet you
easy.
did.
It's like they knew.
You didn't have someone.
John's
you weren't
here.
barking orders at people.
No, it's like they knew.
At an individual.
John's here.
John's here.
Time to get
John's
serious.
there.
Let's talk to him.
She needs a big mug with hours they put in. You darn straight I do. You got it. No, but
Hey Todd, how are you?
Hey Todd. Yeah, I was.
When?
Hey Luann. I was physically not capable of sitting and doing what he did at all. It was not possible. And I think you actually tried to put
You're right,
off.
Alex.
Oh my God. Yeah, the John world, right?
No.
Sometimes Batman needs to leave Robin home. Robin needs to let Batman go out and make his own little way on his little wings. And
Batman
that's what
doesn't
needs to
have
happen.
little wings. He has a cape.
Yeah, little wings. Yes.
Okay, get it right.
But anyways,
Alex gets it.
I actually think that he was actually trying to hold off doing it, hoping that I would be well enough to do it. I think with him, and I just couldn't do it. It just physically wasn't in the cards.
I mean, yeah, I was holding out hope. But no, there were two good items, and I like being surprised, and they were both surprising. But getting out of there, the roads were a little icy, and it was, be careful mode all the way home.
Yeah.
And people talk about New Jersey drivers. I hate to say it, but there are JO drivers everywhere, no matter where you're from. This guy, I'm going down a 25-mile-an-hour road that goes like that, right? And the roads were slick and icy. I always test the roads. I take my chucks and I rub them against the road to see if they grip easy and there was a little slip there. So I'm like, okay, until I get on whatever, 179 or whatever that is, I'm gonna do, especially these roads in the dark. And there's this guy behind me in a truck. And he's right behind me. And as soon as it opened up to where he could pass me, he flashed his high beams at me first, and then went around me, and he looked right at me, and I gave him the New Jersey State bird, and then he went by me. But I was just like,
see,
you know what, dude? I mean, seriously, the roads are bad. You think you have a super because you're in a big old SUV that you could drive on fire, and you're not going to get in an accident.
See, when
rubber still on pavement, you could still hydroplane.
Hey,
sorry.
Here's the bottom line: is that you flash high beams at people when they're driving. That's an aggressive act, and that means it's on. That means it's just like either I'm going to go slower, or there's going to be a reckoning after you come up around.
I gave him the finger, and then we moved on.
But didn't
I felt better.
Did you?
I did.
And he did, and he kept his head down too, didn't he? He didn't react to you.
He looked at me, saw what I did, and then he just kept going. But yeah, he put me at risk, and I was going to have that. So anyway, we spent the whole day yesterday out looking for Christmas decorations. Which
that was a mistake.
I tell her all the time, you don't go to Walmart or any of these stores on the weekends during the holidays. And we did.
You didn't even think about it either until after the fact. I just
go along with what you want to do because it's just the kind of guy I am.
He's so full of it
that
it's just, that's why his eyes are brown.
I'm a giver.
No.
My eyes aren't brown.
No. That they turn brown.
They're green.
Listen, they're hazel, but they turn brown. But anyways, you were on board with this. You didn't know. We both found out the hard way, and we were both like done with. Oh, get out of here! He's so full of it.
Just go along to get along. You ever hear that term? Like the poop's gonna land.
You know, it's
poop's
funny.
Gonna land.
Do you notice that he tries to make it out like I'm the difficult one in this relationship?
You speak it, it becomes the truth. You just said it. So anyway, that's what we did yesterday. So now we are planning for the final event of the year at Centenary University. That's what we're doing there on the 29th.
30th?
Whatever day is, whatever Saturday is. But that's the last one we're doing there. And again, started dipping my toe into 2025 and trying to figure out things I want to do as far as the Sterling Combine is probably going to have a pretty good list of events and with people that we're going to have as guests probably, you know. But we'll be doing things other places too with different people and with New Jersey Paranormal as well. Not as much, but quality over quantity, right? Did we say that? And other things that we'll talk about as we get into next year. I don't want to give too much away because you know why. They watch. They're all watching.
And you know what? I was just having a conversation with John today that a particular thing showed up and a comment was made that was verbatim what John and I said on alive. And I mean verbatim. And then I turned around and I said, I don't understand why people cannot come up with their own concept and ideas and thoughts. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind.
But so again, the Hoover is next week.
Is it?
Crazy. I mean, yeah, believe it or not, it's a week from Friday.
No.
We'll be there. And I am looking forward to that a lot. And I hope you guys that come, you know, get the most out of it. I mean, Gettysburg is a good 30-minute drive from Waynesboro, but Waynesboro has a lot of downtown shops and they have a movie theater. And most importantly, they have Frank's Pizza, which I get every time I'm there.
Oh, it's got antique shops.
And so, but again, Gettysburg is 30 minutes away. So have your fun in Gettysburg, downtown, Waynesboro, whatever, during the day. Come back for the ghost hunt and hang out afterwards for a while. You know, we have a few cocktails. We talk. We laugh. Cody Satori will be there. Pam and Steve will be there. We'll be there. It's just a good time, and hopefully you guys that got tickets.
People are going to be there.
Will they?
Yes.
Me too.
Kathy, Deb, Celine. I can keep going. There's a whole bunch of them. Nancy, Jonathan.
Frank's is the best.
Brian.
I'm not a big fan of Pennsylvania pizza, but Frank's has proven me wrong. Love Frank's. Frank's is the type of pizza you can eat again later cold, and it's still just as good. I don't usually eat cold pizza. Hey, Tina, Harmony.
Hey, Tina.
So then, again, I was talking about my plan for December, besides the last two events we're doing. Yes, Deb, we all know that the recycle can is filled with wine bottles when you leave for the weekend after the Hoover House. But anyway, I wanted to have a bunch of interviews for December. And when I say I mean I, because I planned it all. Let's face it.
He's the one that has to contact these people, so he can just.
I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it anymore. I mean, whatever's going to happen is because I planned it. It is what it is. But I plan on having
me,
Jay. Who said about the caffeine?
There's nothing in that cup.
There really isn't.
No.
Go figure. I plan on having, they've already said that they would do it. So, I mean, I haven't posted anything about it yet, but Jason Hawes and JV are going to be on December 3rd. She's doing this down below. That's her contribution. Telling me. Anyway.
He thinks it's three fingers.
Anyway.
It's really one.
December 3rd, JV, and I love it. You laugh at your own joke. That's what makes it funny to me, is that you laugh at your own jokes. That's what makes it funny. I'll tell a joke, and people will laugh, and she'll follow up with her version of the end of my joke, and it's just crickets. And yet, the only one laughing is that one.
We don't have the same sense of humor.
Obviously.
We do not.
We're not the only ones. But anyway.
I got my tribe.
I know. I saw them in the car together that I posted. You and Nancy. I don't think I've posted that on New Jersey Paranormal. I think I just posted it on my personal page. I'll post it on New Jersey Paranormal so you all know what I'm talking about.
Chris knows how to have a good time.
The adults, Jonathan and I, were
Oh,
just walking
the
around the mall,
Yeah.
looking at different things,
Wink, wink.
browsing, while this one and her friend were in one of those child cars that rock back and forth. I mean, embarrassing everyone.
Chris knows how to have a good time. She's not a pooper like this one.
But anyway, as I was trying to say before, I was really interrupted again. JV and Jason will come on, and hopefully she's doing it now, laughing at her joke. Hopefully they'll come on. Hopefully the episode will have aired on YouTube about the mine, and we can talk about soup to nuts. You know what happened there, maybe some behind the scenes stuff.
We have no clue what happened for them there, do we?
No.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to talk to them and ask them anything.
So it'll be cool to interview them about what they're doing, places that they're going, how they're enjoying, the podcast stuff. I don't imagine we're going to get into any of the Conjuring stuff because I really don't want to.
No.
That's been done to death. Jay does that on his page.
Yeah, no.
If you want to learn all about that stuff, go to Satori, Jason. Oh, they do all that, and they're way more involved in that than I am.
Yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
No, but we'll just talk about what they're doing and what their plans are for the future and the episode. I mean, if the episode is aired, then we could really get into everything because Chris is right. We were literally, and I'll get into this more when we do the interview. We were involved a little bit here and there, but we weren't privy to a lot of what happened for them. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what transpired.
Yeah, and then the following week, the legend, Mr. John Zaffis, will be back on December 10th. See how she didn't even know about this either.
I know. I didn't set them up. I don't have their contacts.
So John Zaffis will be. I'm sorry, you're not friends with John on Facebook? Thank you, and let's continue. So January 10th, John Zaffis, we'll have him on, talk about all of our events we did this past year. I'm sure we'll get into discussions about haunted objects and hauntings and any questions you guys have. I'm trying to set up at least 2 more, Chip being one of them. And Chip always does it. Usually the week of Christmas, we have Chip on. But I want to do at least 1 or 2 more. I have them in mind. I already reached out to them. And hopefully they come on. I want December to be like every week, to have a guest on and do an interview and kind of enjoy the holidays kind of that way, and give back. Because that's what I do. I'm a giver.
You are a giver.
I'm a giver.
I'll give you that.
Other people show their mugs and things that they get. I try to give. Because it is the season of what? Giving. Some don't get that. Some don't get it. I get it. I do it. There is talking the talk, and then there is what? Walking the walk.
I was going to say taking a...
John does both. Thank you. And you're welcome. Looking forward to seeing Chip and John. I love Chip. Chip is... We usually get a story out of Chip that isn't meant for Christmas, but we usually get something out of Chip that he's never talked about before. And the older Chip gets, I think, the more of those stories are going to come out. But I wanted to set up more of that stuff. And in January, we'll be going to places and investigating, live. We'll do some live stream investigations from places that we want to. Chris may give you a mugging. Patricia, your jokes are as bad as hers, maybe worse, to be honest. Season of Joy.
That's right. It did, Lauren.
Brought Chris joy.
Yes, it did.
If I showed you the other side of it, you would think maybe differently about that mug.
No.
Sweet on one side, sour on the other. I'll paraphrase without saying the actual words.
I'm mugging miss you, miss.
I miss you.
That's it? No.
And there's some other stuff on there too. That's all I'll say about
I'm
that.
mugging miss you witch. That's what's on the other side.
That's really all that says about that. But that's again the plans for the rest of the year. We are in the process of making wedding plans as well. That's big news
Yep.
to the New Jersey paranormal universe there. Before we get into that, I promised I'd talk about the Tony Romo weekend filler thing. Now, the way that whole came to be was Tony reached out. We had filmed a segment with Tony 3 years ago or before COVID. Yeah. You're really good at the 3 and the 4 stuff today, so thank you for that. But
Gotta love him.
so we so happy for you guys.
Thank you, Teresa.
So he reached out to us again, wanted to do something with us again. We were supposed to film the same week as he did the Creeper Gallery. He did Donna's new shop, and then he wanted to film with us that week, and we couldn't do it that week. So we pushed it back. Then I had mentioned Smith Cadbury as a place that they could feature because they're near Philly. And he did that, and he said, we'll do that first with the Gary, who's one of the board members, and then we'll film your segment. So our segment was supposed to be about I can't remember what it was originally supposed to be about. And we all got together, the 4 of us, and we said, okay, what are the things that you guys remember that are good stories for whatever the subject is going to be? And we all kind of talked to each other about different things that happened to each one of us or things we remembered when we were together, and we each had one. So then we get there, it was a scary story thing. And then we get there and he's like, any funny things you guys want to talk about or any funny things? We're like, wait a minute. We literally had a scary story each that we didn't rehearse, but we knew what we were going to talk about. And now you're telling us a funny story literally 2 minutes before we go on. So now we're looking at each other. We're like, the funny stories we can't talk about, you know what I mean, on whatever weekend filler because they involve, things that are not meant for weekend filler. But so he's like, no, go back to the scary stuff. We'll do the scary stuff because it was Halloween. So then he comes in, he's got these giant bright lights that he brings in, and there's 2 cameras, and those bright lights affect my eye in a big way. The issue that I have with my eye, sunlight, bright, yes, exactly, Heather. Sunlight, bright light. If you shine a bright light into my bad eye, forget it. It is really bad for me. It contorts. It blurs out. Things start to move. So I'm like, I'm going to put my shades on because I can't do it any other way. So Kenny was having an issue with his eyes as well. So he's like, I'm going to put my shades on too. So that's why we're wearing shades. So we do this segment, and this is the stuff you didn't see as part of the whole thing. So we go one at a time telling our quote unquote scary stories. And Chris was first. I think they
always go first.
I think they did it in order of that they showed it.
Yeah.
Chris was first.
Yeah.
And what was your story? I don't remember.
The mine.
With the bank.
Yep.
Yeah. Which was a very good story, a better visual. And I'm surprised you didn't pull that footage.
Because the F word's in it.
Oh, that's right. And
so I don't think they could show that.
Yeah, I didn't edit that out. Yeah, you're right. Next time, try fudge. I mean, now that we know it might be on TV.
I am not going to worry about what's going to be on TV and what's going to be filmed. I'm going to worry about my well-being.
I'm just saying.
And my reactions will be genuine.
So that was Chris's story. My story was about the Cape, which, again...
Great one.
That one, there's clips of that all over the cable access show that we did. Kenny told this story about the Board of Ed building. And Tanya told the story about Burlington Prison.
Yeah.
So... there was another kind of segment there where it was things that scare you or something. So it was off the cuff and the cameras were rolling at the time. And we just kind of went back and forth about.
We got into a big debate.
Well, this was, again, they're filming. So we're going back and forth of like things that we remember that kind of like, oh crap, that was kind of like, wow, that was scary-ish.
Yeah.
Your adrenaline pumps. You're like, oh my God, that just happened. And we get to Tanya, and Tanya says, well, I'm not afraid of anything. And we were like, Tanya, we have you on video. It's on the Kindred Spirit episode where something touches her head,
Yeah.
and she jumps up and she's like, I can't stay here. Something touched my head. I can't be here anymore. And she went down the steps.
Yeah, she left.
And I mean, again, happened to any, it would happen. I would be the same
freaked her
exact
out.
way.
It freaked her out.
So we were like, Tanya, you were shooken up by that for sure. So here we are going back and forth about being scared, not being scared, and we're kind of like not arguing, but we're just
Debating, going back and forth about different things.
And he's filming the whole entire time, and he finishes, and he's just like, I love working with you guys. He's like, this is perfect. So we're looking at each other like,
because we forgot that
we didn't even know
we
he
were
was
just
filming.
being our normal
Yeah,
selves,
yeah.
which is who we all were. And again, we're just very honest, debating back and forth with each other, and we were talking about theories and
but it
ideals
was more
and
than that though. We're like, no, it was that.
impressions
No, you did that.
Yeah.
No, you did that, and we're going back and forth. So, but it wasn't fighting, but we were just disagreeing on whatever certain things. So, when he's like, that was really good. I got so much material here. I got more than one segment. We're probably going to do 2 or 3. I love working with you guys. You guys are so natural. So then we're like, well, what is going to air? We had no idea. Like, what are they going to show? Are they going to show we did something about the equipment. That was a whole one segment. Then we did that part. And then there was the discussion afterwards. So we're like, wow, what is this going to look like? And then when we saw it, he sent it to me first, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, okay. Even that was edited down because for time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was a good segment.
I thought he did good with what he had.
I thought it went really well, and Tony does a great job. And,
he does.
And Tony enjoys working with us. He's like, I want to work with you guys on more things. I enjoy it so much. You guys are so natural, and the weird thing was during that filming was that we were in the Smith Cadbury building, which is active, and there were weird things happening during that filming.
Camera was that brand new battery went down.
The batteries went down on the
lights
camera.
went
The
out.
mics went out.
The lights, the mics, and there was something else that I forget that happened that he had to take care of.
I mean, it was constant.
It was just constant different things that made no sense.
And he was just like, this never happens. This never happens. This never happens. And we're like, well, you're in a quote unquote haunted building, and you're with the people that stir them up. So away we go.
It was
but no,
bizarre.
Batteries were draining, and he just kept, and then he's like, try your mic. He's like, your mic's not working. Your mic's not working. Your mic's not working. And it was just like, what the hell? And there were actually parts that he had to edit out because mics weren't working. Yeah, we did the same thing. We scared Ben away too.
Yeah, Ben loves doing stuff with us, but he got really freaked out at the last one, and he kind of said that he wanted to stay away from that right now because he's scared. And I'm not kidding. He really just said he was intimidated by it.
And Tony was too.
Yeah, Tony talked to us too and said that it kind of intimidated him, some of the stuff that was happening. So
he had stuff happen after he went to the Creeper Gallery. Not this time, but the last time that freaked him out. This is what we tell people. It's like, there's no plan. You're there. You're filming. We're there. Whatever, with you guys or not. Whatever happens, happens.
Could you post it on New Jersey Paranormal?
What?
Or you can't. They want to know how they can watch it.
It's on there.
Oh, it's on New Jersey. Yeah, you scroll down on New Jersey Paranormal.
Yeah, it's there. It's a link. You got to click on. It's a weekend filler, but it was fun and we enjoyed it. But the worst part of doing anything for me is I hate not being in control of our content. That's why I hate filming with people or having people film us, because I won't mention, it was something we did that we signed away control without, you just sign papers to do certain things. And I found out the hard way what could happen if you give up complete control of footage, that they can edit it any way they want and they can portray it any way they want.
Hey, Rachel.
And that was a big eye opener for me because
valuable lesson.
I trusted before, but after that, I want to know, I want to see, and not everyone will do that. They're like, hey, do this thing with us, and we're gonna film it, and it's our footage after that. They own it.
Yeah. So things may not follow consecutively. It might be out of disjointed out of it could be all
or they can edit it.
Yeah, interpret it different than what really happened, and you never know.
So that kind of, that's why I was nervous about it. And even the Sterling Mine stuff, it was like, I know what our part was, and Jay was nice enough to show us our part.
Oh, he
literally
did phenomenal on that.
The day after we did it, which was really, really cool. Jay's a really upfront and honest guy, and I can't wait to have him on.
Stand-up person.
Jay's the guy, you ask a question, you get an answer. I've said that a million times about him. And we filmed the thing that we filmed, and he's like, here's the link. Tell me what you think.
Yep.
And we got to watch the whole entire thing.
Yep.
And when we review that,
he made us look good.
I mean,
he made us look really good.
And you got to see some of our personality because, again, it's hard to wrangle in some cats sometimes. And
I'm my own person.
It's and
he's gonna learn that the hard way.
I don't know if he's gonna leave it in the final product, but there is me commenting on where I'm going like, Jay, I don't know what to do here. I'm trying to control this thing, but
I hope your family.
He did leave that in the copy that we got. You know
the what? The wrangling. Oh yeah. That's all right.
But I hope he left it in the final cut too. But pretty cool for us to be part of that too. I mean, I can't wait to see it, especially after the build up. Tony Romeo from Weekend Filler did the same thing. He's like, John, I think this is one of the best pieces we've ever done. I mean, I have the messages, and I'm like, holy crap.
That's crazy when you think about everything that man's worked on and the things that he's done.
But I'm like, holy crap, what did we do? And then I'm thinking, oh my God, if it's the arguing, maybe he thinks that's the best thing because we're just being natural.
We're being who we. It's not.
But that wasn't the piece at all.
No,
it should have been. I would love to have that on there. You know, that's why this is so nice because there's no editing. You know, whatever comes out. You know, otherwise it would be just me talking and Chris sitting there. Every now and then our head would move and
making faces.
Nothing would be said.
And distracting him and interrupting him.
I would edit it the whole time.
And doing fingers. You know, that's what I do.
This is typical Chris. We'll be like even the Jason Hawes thing or whatever. When we're filming something or doing something, I'll walk through an area and I'll go, well, and this is where they say that a miner appears and they hear these noises. And we'll go to walk a little further and then she'll go, yeah, and this is where the miners appear and they hear noises. And I'm like,
I do have a habit of doing that 100%. But
you do it so often. It is like crazy.
Just like now, he never.
Because
this never stops.
But my wheels spin fast.
I understand that.
I understand that your train is behind
this person has to whack in there to get word edgewise.
You got to find your own.
And I will only speak when I feel it's necessary to speak.
And repeat what I.
And as soon as I do interrupt you, I throw you off your game. I throw you off that.
Not if it's adding content.
There's nothing that adds content.
Thank you for
nothing
that.
for you that's going to add.
Thank you so much.
It's the John world. The John world. We're here. We're right there. And anything that comes into that throws you off. Me sitting here, even if I look and I cross my eyes or if I do something, you get distracted.
No, not true.
We've been on the live many times where you're saying like you're distracting me with what you're doing right now.
Yeah, because you're reading the feed and you're reacting.
My facial.
Why I'm giving the people content.
So I just proved my case.
That they tuned in for. They didn't tune in for. Hello, Teresa. Are you having a good picnic tomorrow with your family? Oh yeah, make sure you comment on that. How your picnic was last week.
I don't
No,
do that.
they want to hear
This is good
paranormal
reality TV,
content.
right?
That's what they want
This
to
is
hear.
better than
They don't want to
Osborne's.
hear
I know,
conversations
Alex.
between you and that one person there.
There
That's
are
what they
some
wanna hear.
people that I'm going to say things to. You have on your own way too, and especially when I feel that there's a need, and that's just the way it's going to be. Sirlock.
I'm just telling you.
I'm telling you too.
I have a feeling. Oh, Timmy's
Heather,
ways.
Heather, I'm gonna boot you off of here. If you go, actually, I have my own doll now that can take his place. Although he's the better talker than I am, so maybe it'll be him with Timmy and the new edition.
I don't want the new doll.
I know it's not a boy.
I don't know why you got it.
It's not a boy. It's a
It
girl
don't matter.
doll.
I don't know why you got it.
Cause I like it.
But it was a gift from me. You said.
I got it. You didn't like it, and I'm keeping it.
Ah. So
That's
it wasn't
how
a
that
gift
works.
for me. Okay.
It was, and you said you didn't like it. So now I'm keeping it.
Whatever. This is what I'm talking about. This is her input, if you want to call it.
You want to see my output?
That's what I'm hearing. Obviously.
Okay, so let's talk about what we were talking about before. We're making plans for next year.
Go ahead. I talk too
Sure.
much. You take the reins.
We're trying to get things into place for maybe having a wedding next year. We're trying to get things put together. We're slowly getting there. Little by little. Yeah.
I'm trying not to talk too much. I'm trying to let you. I remember I'm this. This is what I am. I talk. You have no. You have no. You have no way to do that. So I'm giving you your whole entire. Go ahead.
No, because where we left off on the wedding, we're still planning it and trying to put it together and put things into place, and hopefully within the next few weeks we'll have everything, and then we can actually nail down everything to a T, because that's actually what we've been working on. We worked on it today and stuff, and that's what we're hoping for, so that we can make an announcement, and that's what we're waiting on. We are going to keep it simple, actually. We're going to keep it very simple. We're old enough now where we don't want to do that whole big crazy. One, we can't afford it, and two, we just want to be with people and have a good time.
No, my little boy can't be there. He's too old for that. He wanted to eat all the hamburgers and all the food and everything else. Yeah,
he would.
But anyway, we you did well there.
Oh, I thank you so much, sir.
You took 2 minutes from us, so that's good. Anyway, we are planning on when we do have the date nailed down. Of course, we're going to tell our family, and loved ones. But when we do have after all of that's done, we will announce it here so that if any of you guys are in New Jersey and want to attend, we'll give you the date, we'll give you the time, and we'll take reservations so we know how many of you guys can make it, so we know, how many people will be there. We can't really say anymore until after we meet with the people we're meeting with to lock everything in and the location, and can talk to my kids and her daughter and other people. But again, if you guys want to be part of it, you are welcome to come. You've been a part of this for years, some of you for a little while, but still a part of our community, our family, our friends. We'd love to have you there to celebrate with us. If you've been watching and coming to the events, you're welcome to attend and hang out for as long as you want and celebrate with us and our families and meet everyone. And you're welcome to do that. We'd love to have you there.
We'd love for you guys to be able to meet our family, our blood family, my sisters and their family.
Roger will be there.
And Roger's family too. So hopefully Maureen's going to come too.
Yeah, Maureen.
I would love to have Maureen there,
Yes,
Roger.
Hopefully Maureen will come.
And
I haven't seen her forever.
John's kids, and have you guys get to meet and intermingle and get to know our family, and them to get to know you, to see how awesome you guys are too. I mean, that's a really big thing for us. We'd really like that.
It will be a great celebration. And again, when it comes to us and what we do, trying to say this without coming off the wrong way. You know, the paranormal is a big part of our life. It has been for several years now. Yeah. Not just going out and doing what we do and investigating it and researching it and doing what we do in the field as far as, you know, trying to help people or otherwise. The community that we've been involved in and helped grow, whether it be through Para Unity Expo or New Jersey Paranormal, has become important to us. More so since COVID, when the world went through what it went through, and we all lost, and we've all lost along the way. You guys helped us
get through a lot.
So for us, it's not having, you know, people have accused us before as, you know, having our followers, you know, come to things, or, you know, they've had an issue. I don't want to bring up personal things, and I won't get too deep into it. But for us, we don't view anybody in that way.
No.
You're all part of, when we say community, we mean community. It's not a buzzword that these people are throwing around on their events and their conventions and whatever else they're doing. It really is something that's real and tangible. You guys that have been with us, if you want to be there, we want you to be there. You've been there with us through all of it, you know. Celebrate it with us. Been on here when we went through our bad times. You've been there at all the events, on the live streams. And if you want to be there on our day that we've waited a long time,
we'd be honored.
We'd love to have you.
We'd be honored if you guys could be there. And the other thing,
if not, it'll be on pay-per-view for $10.
No. And for those who can't come and you know, that are very far away, and we understand, and you guys are very, very much, you know, plugged into us and have been and gotten us through an awful lot. Yeah, I would like to try to have somebody do a live for you where you at least can see the ceremony or whatever. I'm going to try. I'm not going to make promises on that, but I am going to try to see if I can arrange that for you. Because again, you guys have honored us through so much and gotten us through so much. It would be our honor for you guys to be a part of this, and it would mean the world to both John and I. Because we have our blood family, and then we have the family that we've all chosen. And this is what this is. This is a family of choice.
And we are going to do it like a big family get-together cookout thing. We have decided that that's the way we're going to go. We're gonna have food, of course, that we're going to have people helping us cook.
We're going to do like a potluck type thing.
And anybody wants to bring, you know, get involved and bring stuff for everyone else, and you're welcome to do it. And we'll get together with the people. But when we do announce the date, anybody who wants to be part of it, who to just show up or to bring something, then, you know, you could just reach out to us, get in touch with us, you know, through the page or email or whatever.
I think the only thing that we need to worry about is getting a number of people, because of how many picnic tables and stuff that need to be put out and stuff, and what we need to do to make sure that everybody has a spot to sit. And this place is big enough to handle that, and it's private. So once things get figured out, and it is 100%, we'll be able to tell you more details once it's not completely worked out, but we think we're almost there.
But we want it to be just a big get together, feel good celebration.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We got that during our engagement. We were fortunate to be around friends and people who celebrated that with us, that we've known for a long time and that are like family to us. And this would just be an extension of that and our family, which would be great, you know, which is the way we would want it. You know, you guys have been just as much a part of our lives as we have been of yours, and it makes sense to where come and just get together. You know, if you can't see it for the whole time, just come and hang out and be with other people that you know or have met on here, and just enjoy the day and celebrate with us. That's what we want. You know, don't feel pressure to bring anything or whatever. Just come, you know. Whether or not, you both help us through a lot of stuff just by doing what you do. We also,
two-way street, Alex. Two-way street.
This wouldn't work any other way. I believe in being ourselves. There are people that come on here that are new, that are like, you know, you guys bicker. Oh, I can't watch this. I'm triggered. I'm this. And it's like, no, we're just two real people who've been together for a long time. And we're two different people. We're very different people. But we love each other more than anything.
This guy's got a big heart. He would never do anything to harm me in any way, shape, or form.
No,
and vice versa.
I can't say the same about her, but she
He's still here though.
but I mean, this is who we are. We've known each other forever. We're best friends. We love each other.
Thank you, Karen.
We'll be together forever.
Yeah.
You know?
This is my soulmate.
You know, the fact that you guys are part of that journey in some way, shape, or form is great. We enjoy it. We've loved every minute of it. You know, and it makes sense to do it rather than do the church thing. And no, let's just all get together. It'll be like, you know, as if we all just did one big barbecue where we're getting married and you're celebrating with us and having a good time with the people that you know and the people that you know from here.
Good night, David, and thanks for the advice.
What do you say?
It's about turn at 1 a.m. Turn your scale back 15 pounds for Thanksgiving.
What's she saying about we couldn't get
Lauren
permission?
says make sure you check with a marriage license to make sure that because there's very specific things in certain states.
Our family calls it a bicker banter.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
John, listen, John's the type of guy that he likes to stir the pot. He likes to get my goat. He loves when he gets it. He loves getting a rise out of me. That's our relationship. It always has been, always will be. And I'll say this a million times for anybody that needs to hear it. This guy has the biggest heart. He has nothing but the best intention for me. I love him to pieces. I trust him with every ounce of my being, and vice versa. John knows all my dark, deep secrets.
COVID, understood that. Here's the thing. What Chris does, I encourage all of you, because it's a funny movie and I like Will Ferrell. Watch the movie Talladega Nights. If you watch Talladega Nights, Will Ferrell, every time he goes to insult this man, before he does it, he says, with all due respect, and then he says what he really wants to say about him. And then the guy's like, you just insulted me. And he goes, I said with all due respect. That's basically what she just did right there.
I did?
Yeah, he's a pain in the butt who does this.
I didn't say that.
But I know he loves me, and I know that's exactly what you just did.
That's not what I said.
Do I ever say things like that on a live stream? No. I
didn't say that.
Go back and watch your own words.
I said you're a pain in the butt. He is a pain in the butt, but I love him.
There you go. With all due respect, watch that movie. That is Chris to a T, the sweet and innocent.
But you picked me, love. You picked me.
I did.
Need permits, girl. Yeah, you do. You do. And that's something that we'll definitely
backhand compliment. Alex. Thank you.
Well,
it's the push you down.
Alex,
it's the push you down and let me help you up.
Do you really think I'm going to be sugary sweet all the time?
Yes, I am a Scorpio.
And he likes to sing once in a while, doesn't he?
Bless your hearts. But anyway, today's Monday.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Be back probably before Thanksgiving.
Think so?
I'll be back before Thanksgiving. I can't speak for the superstar here that only makes appearances whenever they feel up to it, if you know what I mean. But I come through for you. That's why I get the shirts.
You do.
That's why I get the hats. That's why I get the mugs.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Sometimes you just got a creeper this week. I don't think so.
No,
not with Thanksgiving. Next week, probably. I was 61. He was 62. We were too grown to be told, nope, not there in a public park.
This isn't a public park.
It's not a park.
If it works out what we're doing.
No, not that Lauren. Lauren's trying to rain on our parade. I think Lauren's trying to.
She's just trying to warn us of the pitfalls, just so that we're prepared, which I appreciate, Lauren.
I think Lauren, we were talking about this earlier, and I'm like, didn't we just get engaged like August? What was that? 3 months ago?
July.
I'm like, then we're going to be married, and like it's all happening so fast.
Exactly, Heather.
After 30,
he says
after 30 years, it's
happening too fast. After 30-something years.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to.
You need to take your foot off the brakes, sir.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of years left.
I love the accent too. When we break into character,
We got Paquito.
I can start offending people.
Little bit.
Once you get past that, you can roll on.
There you go.
Anyway, but yeah, have a wonderful
You
Thanksgiving,
too,
everyone.
Patricia.
And here's my advice to every single person out there. No matter who it is, friend, neighbor, loved one, family, enjoy this Thanksgiving, however it is you enjoy it. If you can, with anyone, if you have someone, memories. That's what this is all about. We only go around the blue marble one time. Make them all count. Tomorrow really isn't promised to everyone. So enjoy your time with your friends, your family, whoever you're with. Make the most of it, and tell people you care about them. Enjoy the time you have with them, and just have fun. Always have fun and enjoy it.
And if you're fortunate enough to be
And
with
be
people,
thankful for it.
yeah. And if you are fortunate enough to be with those on Thanksgiving and stuff, don't hesitate or don't feel that it's awkward and ridiculous to maybe think of someone who's alone, your neighbor or somebody that's on your street that may be delivering a plate to, for Thanksgiving. You'd be surprised what it does for someone who's alone. We always worry about intruding on someone, but when you get that knock on that door and you are alone and somebody delivers something to you, a hot meal that was made with the whole family, whatever, it makes a huge difference. And a lot of us kind of overlook that and forget that. And I think it's always good to remember that there's others out there that are not as fortunate as some of us. So keep that in mind. And as like I always say, stay healthy, be well, stay safe, and just please remember kindness, especially during the holidays for those that are dealing with depression and stuff. It's really important. And to just embrace those you love, like John said. So
Told you she repeats me.
I did.
Anyway, we'll probably see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys probably Wednesday night. If the Queen is with me or not, I'll be here. Maybe Timmy will come for a special Thanksgiving special. Timmy and I will be together again with this few other special guests.
There you go.
Maybe the banjo.
For those who will not be on because you're traveling or you're doing what you need to do, happy Thanksgiving to you.
The Jeff, what's his name? The guy we were watching, Jeff Durham. Dunham.
Jeff Durham.
It'll be like that. I'll have all my guys with me. All right, guys. See you soon. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.